Hi guys, Nomi Nom here, and welcome to Doodle a Day. Today, I'm going to talk about the types of friends I've had throughout my life. The easiest categories to put these into are the good friends and the not so good friends. Let's start talking about the not so good friends, and the first one that I can think of in my life was in 4th or 5th grade, maybe 6th. We'll call her Jenna. Well, when we met in 5th or 6th grade, we stayed friends all the way through high school. I used to think that Jenna was a really cool person, and I looked up to her like a big sister because she drew and I like what she drew, so I would try to keep up and draw like her. But she'd look at me like I was less than. She would act like I was an annoyance, a kid. Giving her the benefit of the doubt, I don't want to say she did this on purpose, but there were many times that I felt like I was a nuisance to her, but I didn't know what else to do because I didn't have any other friends at school. We drifted apart the more I tried to distance from her because I felt like a nuisance. I do still care about her, and I wish her well. The next not so good friend, actually, I've had this one more than once, multiple times actually. So we're gonna lump them together and call them Convenient Friend. Convenient Friend always has this pattern. We meet, we hang out, we get close, super close. Everything's awesome. We might even be BFFs. But as soon as they get a boyfriend, a girlfriend, another friend, they become a ghost. I mean, they're still friends when I see them. But it's kind of sad. I feel kind of inferior to a new person. Like, I'm only convenient for when they don't have anyone else to hang out with. I'm the last case scenario, so to speak. Hence, Convenient Friend. The worst bad friend I've ever had, and the only one I would ever consider calling a bad friend is, let's call him Baka. Baka would act nice to my face. He would say that he'd do anything for you, give you the shirt off his back, and he would do it to a point. I mean, there's a short time my wife and I were kicked out of our home, and Baka let us stay at his house. However, he did something unforgivable. He talked behind my back. He said horrible things about me, lies, to make other people turn against me. He tried to turn my wife against me. And at that time, I was working 2 jobs and we didn't spend a lot of time together, so it almost worked. But thankfully, it didn't. I don't even care about the hundreds of dollars he still owes me. I would never want to see his face ever again. Anyway, moving on to good friends, the people who made me feel better than all that. There are many good friends I can talk about, and I don't want this to go on for longer than the video. So I'm going to cut it to the ones I've talked to most recently. I never asked anyone if I could use their names, so I'm just going to give them names that I think they would approve of. Jemmy, Minty, Sparky, and Bacon. Here's a fun game for you guys. I bet you can guess who you are. Jemmy was my first friend. Well, not very first, but I'll just say my oldest. We met in the 4th grade, and actually we're married now. If I wanted to talk about Jemmy, I could use a whole video about that and everything we've gone through. So I'll just keep it short and say that Jemmy is the one that if I'm ever feeling down, she's always there for me, no matter what. And we've had our ups and downs, but what was most important is that we always stayed together through it all. Fun story. The way we first became friends was I walked into our class and the teacher knew that Jemmy didn't have a lot of friends. So the teacher told me to sit by Jemmy. And I sat down, my new school, I just moved there, and this little shy girl looks at me and goes, "I like your Pokemon backpack." And then that's the story. Minty is my cute little sister friend. She's really supportive, and she's an awesome writer. I love whenever she writes a new little drabble, and she lets me read it. Some are a miss, but a lot of them are really insightful, and they inspire me to write like I did when I was in school. I didn't really meet Minty until after I got out of high school. At first, we didn't quite see eye to eye because she was so much younger than me, and I was fresh off of feeling like a nuisance to Jenna. So I kind of was a little mean to her, and I feel bad about it at times. I still feel bad about it. But I'm glad that we came around, and she's become one of my very best friends. I love you, Minty! Mwah! Sparky, he on the other hand was the first friend I made and kept online. Because of my history of bad friends, I kinda am inept at keeping friends, especially when they're online, because it's really easy for me to assume I'm a bother to them. But Sparky, he's always positive, and he'd show up in my art streams, give me a pat on the back, and support me and my art, even when it's at its worst stages. If I'm feeling unsure or sad, I know I can send Sparky a message, and he'll know what to say to make me feel better. One day, I'd love to meet him in person if I ever had the chance. With the combined effort of Sparky and Jemmy, I got that fire back in me to continue drawing and get better. So thank you, Sparky. I promise I'll never forget you. You are important. And that leaves Bacon. Funny enough, it was because of Baka that I met Bacon. Bacon has his own story as to why he's not friends with Baka anymore. But together, we love to joke that it was the only good thing he did to us as friends. Oh, Bacon. Bacon is annoying. You know that little brother who can't take no for an answer? That's Bacon. What, Nomi? You're looking at that nail polish. You obviously want it. I'm going to buy it for you. No, really, I was just looking at it. I don't want it. Okay. Hey, Nomi, I got this new game. We're going to play it for only 12 hours. Hey, Nomi, I'm in your front yard. Let's hang out. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but Bacon, you give me a special kind of heart disease, and I wouldn't have that any other way. Having a strong friends circle can help you get through the roughest times, and I always strive to be a better friend. I know I have weaknesses, especially to those I meet online, but I always strive to be better than I was yesterday. Every day, I want to be a better me than I was the day before. Remember, communication and friendship is a two-way street. And if you have the problems that I've said, try to think about it this way. All of your friends are little plants, and to keep your friendships healthy, you need to water them. And to water your friendship plants, you need to hang out with them or spend time with them. So I'm going to cut this video short here, and I'm going to go water my friendship plants. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.